Hi guys, welcome back to Tech with TJ. Today what I got for you is a monitor review over the KTC M27P20 Pro. Kind of a mouthful there. They didn't send this out to me. I did buy this with my own money. Hopefully maybe they watch this and want to send out a monitor, but in the meantime I'll just continue to buy them. This is 4K 160Hz HDR 1000 and it's a mini LED. Very good specs. It's also very cheap on Amazon. It's under $300. So let's get into it, and let's start first though with the unboxing. See, we got this monitor here in front of us for the unboxing. A little too big to do on my table, so I have it on my bed and I'm using it as my unboxing surface. So alright, so they do give you instructions here on the top. It looks like you just fold this out. That's very nice. I really like that. Yeah, this is great. Here we go. So the first thing I'll get unboxed here is their stand. Trying to make sure I show you guys this. Never unboxed something on my bed before, but that's where we're at. You got your bag of cables. I'll go into more of that here in a bit. Power supply. Nothing crazy. All right, now we can have an in-depth look at those cables. So this one is actually to the power supply too. You got display, HDMI, and a USB-C. So they give you all the cables you need to connect. That's awesome. You got some screws here, which I haven't read the instructions yet, so I don't really know what those are for. But speaking of the instructions, here they are. They package the base separately. This is the base to the stand. It seems pretty simple. On the back, it's metal. This is actually really nice. Wow. It's just a plastic covering. The whole thing is metal. It's strong. Alright, so we got our quick start here. Oh, I've never gotten one of these before in a monitor. I guess that shows you more about the quality of monitor that I get. Color calibration. It shows you all the... I don't really know how to read it, to be honest with you, but it shows you that it was calibrated. So that's pretty neat. And then you get the display here. This thing is kind of heavy. I would say like 20 pounds if I had to guess. Like, it's a pretty big monitor. Oh, here we go. So this is what it looks like. It has the cover on the screen. If I can get up close to it, we got what looks like your audio, 2 HDMI, display port, USB-C. That looks like a USB kind of cable or something like that. And then 2 USB cables. That's pretty neat. Alright, so now that we're done with the unboxing, this is what it looks like set up on my table here. Pretty easy to put together. I would say it's not difficult. You can look at it and pretty much guess what's going to happen. So that's always nice to see. They didn't try to do anything fancy. Kind of to give you guys a little bit about KTC and what they are, because I actually had no idea who they were. They are a pretty good monitor brand from what I've heard. They used to make panels for Samsung, LG, all the big players in the game, but they recently started their own monitor brand. And of course, you know, the Samsung and them were like, yeah, you can't make your own monitor and supply our panels. So that's kind of what happened. They're very popular overseas. I got this on Amazon for $260, I believe. It was mini LED, 4K, you know, I mean the whole shebang. It's pretty cool. Let's get it powered on here and look at it for the first time. Before I power it on, thought you guys would enjoy the peel here. Well, that was a fail. That was cool. This monitor looks very nice. As you can see too, it kind of has I think a little anti-glare or something on there. But it looks really nice right now. So far the build quality has been excellent too. Like if I feel around here, it feels just like my Samsung monitor, to be honest with you, quality wise. All right, so now let's actually get it turned on to see how good it is. Alrighty guys, so I got it connected to a laptop that I have, just so that we can get everything out of the way. What I first wanted to do is go into the settings, display, and make sure that it was running at its advertised as 144 Hertz. I believe though can run at 4K. Now I think I might have to separate them. I have them duplicated right now. Yeah, so it looks like when I separate them, 4K is actually there. But so far this looks incredible. I'll turn HDR on so we can see how that looks, because that's kind of one of the advertised things about it, is HDR 1000. Now, I guess it doesn't like that because it turned off. That's kind of weird. Yeah, it doesn't like HDR mode. That's something I'll have to figure out later. Like I said, this is just an unboxing, initial impressions. I haven't even gotten into the monitor settings yet. But it does read as 144 Hertz, which is nice. That's what it's advertised. Read at 4K. I'm curious on why the HDR doesn't work, but we can check that out in the settings. So, sorry I'm moving you guys around here, but just to reach to right here. So we got, here's our settings. Let's go with display. Like I said, I'm getting used to this too, so I apologize if I mess this up. I'm kind of leaving all these on standard, I think. Gosh, I'm not used to the selection, so sorry about that, like I said. So I just did standard. I'm just leaving it at native. Everything is pretty much there. Color, I think that's fine. Gaming setup, you kind of want this on, I think. I'm not used to the selection yet, sorry about that. So to enter, you go like that, and I guess it refreshes at some point. Yeah. This looks amazing though so far. I actually really like it. Oh yeah, something that I wanted to show you guys too is that it has, you can pivot first of all, but let me turn this thing around. RGB on the top, and the sides and all that. It's not bright, but it's something that if you're into that, it's there. Spinning it back around now, kind of backing you guys up. Like I said, I kind of apologize for my filming method here. I've never reviewed a monitor before, so that's why we're getting this like this. Oh my gosh, I keep on doing that. Like I said, I apologize. My first time. Overdrive, I guess I'm going to leave that at low. Got no idea what that is. Game assist, you can do FPS counter, you can do crosshair, all that. Advanced setting, HDR, auto, the RGB light, your KVM. So this actually does have a built-in KVM if you plug in like some accessories you can actually switch using this monitor. Don't know what that is. Like I said, I have to look up some of these. I mean, DSC. That's kind of cool, I guess. But yeah, that looks to be about all the settings. Local dimming, that's a setting that's not active right now. But I wonder if it can be on if I turn this off. I've watched a review about this monitor just to let you guys know before I did buy it, because I can't spend a ton of money without knowing exactly what I'm getting or close to. Yeah. So usually you want standard on this. And as you can see, the picture actually changes and it looks a lot brighter. Or darker and brighter at the same time, depending on the places. But, I mean, yeah, this is pretty much what I want to show you guys, is just the fact that it can do 4K. It has mini LED. Just wanted to go over the specs and how it looks, and I think this thing looks incredible. Alright, so after I've had this monitor for a couple of days, I wanted to share two things real quick. It goes up to 160 hertz, not 144. I kind of messed up there, I guess, in terms of I didn't check, so that's pretty cool. Also, the HDR, it works through the OS, not through the monitor. So as you saw, I tried to change HDR on through the monitor and it didn't work. I did it through Windows and through Mac OS, and both of them worked. So just note that I guess if you want HDR, which I do recommend turning it on, that it's not going to work immediately if you turn it on through the monitor. For some reason, my laptop, my computer didn't like that. But when I just turned them on through like the display settings on Windows and Mac, it worked. So that's something to note. Also, another thing is the VSync, or whatever the refresh thing is for NVIDIA. I think it's called VSync. When you turn that on, the local dimming zones are turned off. So that's kind of weird, but I actually just leave the VSync off and keep the local dimming on because I think it looks better. And so far I've had no like screen tearing or anything like that. I would just limit your frame rate in game to whatever refresh rate you have set up. So that's just what I've been doing, and it's been running fine. But yeah, that's kind of, I guess, all the caveats that I've kind of ran into. I wouldn't even say that they're major. I would just say that they're different, because it doesn't, I guess it doesn't just like those configurations when you have something on or something off. But other than that, this monitor has worked out great so far. It is very bright. I actually had to turn the brightness down to like 70 because some things that I was like watching, or some websites, but they have a white background or whatever, it got way too bright and it was kind of like hurting to look at it. So that's pretty cool, I guess. I had to turn it down though, so it wouldn't get like blinded. But yeah, this monitor, the colors on it are great. I've been editing videos and photos on it to see how it handles that, because I really wanted a bright display for editing, and this, checks the box, of course, because the colors look great on here. But yeah, that's pretty much all I wanted to go over, is just tell you guys that so far this monitor looks great. It was 4K, HDR 1000, 160 hertz, and mini LED, so you get good colors. And it looks great, still holding up. I highly recommend checking out KTC if you want like a good monitor that's not actually super expensive. This one I've had good luck with, so I think I'm going to try them out more in the future. Hopefully maybe they see this video and like it, want to send me a video. But also, I'll still buy them to review them, because I think this is a good monitor for those that want kind of gaming on a budget, or even like video editing and things like that, just on a budget. I'll leave a link in the description below. I believe Amazon still has it on sale for $260. I've seen it go as high as like $500, but the price really, this is one of those monitors where you can check one day and, you know, it's under 300. The next day it's, you know, above 400. So I'll leave a link down to get, you know, the most, so you can click on it, see the most recent price. But I believe as of recording this right now, it's under 300 still. Thank you guys so much for watching, and, you know, I'll see you in the next one. Please comment down below and subscribe. Thank you so much.